Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all participants. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Anis as your moderator for today. Before that, I would like to check if you guys can see and hear me well. Alright, thank you. First, I would like to go over a few housekeeping notes to keep our today's event run smoothly. First, all participants may send your question in the comment section during the presentation, and don't worry, we will collect and address them during the Q&A session at the end of today's presentation. And I would like to seek cooperation from you guys to give your full attention and best interest to our speakers. Thank you. So welcome to our webinar, Microbes Outside the Microscope. My name is Nurul Anis and I am your moderator for today. As usual, before we officially begin the webinar, I would like to invite Alif Aiman to lead the Dua recitation.
الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Ya Allah, we express our gratitude to you for allowing us to organize and attend the webinar of Microbes Outside the Microscope on this auspicious morning. Ya Allah, we ask you for the safety of our religion and welfare of our body. May the days that we have gone through, starting with your mercy, continue with your blessing and end with the thy forgiveness. May the days we have gone through with guidance and end with the victory of excellences. Ya Allah, Ya Muhaymin, Ya Razaq, let our effort as a mean to enlighten and convince ourselves that the personal safety of either outer and inner is prerequisite for achieving happiness and excellence in various fields. O Allah, grant us faith and strength in order to face the challenge of life during the transition periods and in the face of in the new millennium. Ya Allah, Ya Fattah, Ya Alim, Razak, Ya Wahhab, show us your guidance and adjust our paths to and way to achieve happiness and glory. Let us listen to the people who like good things. Let us avoid doing the bad things and evil things. Oh Allah, bless our life this meeting and gathering. Prevent us from harm and unfortunate event. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin Amin Ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you Alif Aiman for the recitation. A little bit intro for those who don't know what kind of our webinar or what topics we will talk about today. Microbes Outside the Microscope is a career talk that will help biology students, especially from microbiology course, to find out which career path that you want to pursue after finishing the study. Before we start our main agenda, allow me to introduce our speaker for today, Ms. Widad Raja Wahidin.
Yes, hello.
She is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Microbiology from University Malaya. A brief on undergraduate life, Ms. Rajawida was a student ambassador for an exchange program in Cheonnam National University, Gwangju in South Korea. She is experienced in handling antibiotics and other public health diagnostics as well as acquiring outstanding skills in handling a variety of microbiology testing methods. With that, she was able to secure a position as microbiologist at Senicam Resources at Sendirian Berhad, Senicam, at Senicam Resources Sendirian Berhad and Agris Milan. Now, I would like to welcome Ms. Rajawida to share her insights on career pathway, especially in industrial sector. Assalamualaikum, Ms. Rajawida.
Okay, Waalaikumsalam. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay. So, hi, my name is Raju Widad. You can call me Widad. I'm a microbiologist in Sanicam Resources at Negeri Sembilan. I'm dah bekerja dekat sini almost 2 years since I graduated from UM.
I see, okay.
So, where's our slide? Hello?
All right.
Okay, so today's topic I would like to share about the industrial microbiology. So this is a background about my studies lah. I starting from the high school in Kajang, taking the science and pursuing my study in matriculation, also in the science, and further in degree Bachelor of Science in Microbiology at UM, and now working at Suncam Resources as a microbiologist. So Suncam Resources is a private lab, which means that we are not a government lab. So I'm doing a testing in a swasta punya company. Okay. So next, industrial microbiology actually sangat-sangat luas. Dia punya the career is really vast and banyak sangat dekat Malaysia ni. So this is some of the orang kata area yang ada dekat Malaysia, kerja yang berkaitan dengan microbiology. So first one we have QA and QC. QA QC is quality assurance and also quality control. It's related to the quality. So most of the work related to the quality kebanyakannya ada dekat manufacturer and also factory. So we also have a food microbiology, water microbiology, and this one is quite rare tapi kita ada dekat Malaysia. We have medical device and also pharmaceutical. So food microbiology, for instance, kita boleh tahu Yakult ataupun Nestle company, where Yakult ni, we know that the prebiotic punya drinking. So as a microbiologist, they study how much a microbe should we have in that drinking. So that was area for the food microbiology. So for water microbiology, most of them we checking for water sample or water product, whether it is safe for human or any consumption lah. So our responsible is to check whether the water is safe to be released or to be used. And also medical device, the one that is rare in people didn't talk about, because as I know in university we only study about the food microbiology, water microbiology and also medical microbiology. But medical device is a product. So it kind of related to QA and also QC, quality. Medical device we did study about how much microbe present on that medical device before we could release that product to the hospital to be used. So also in pharmaceutical, this is typo kat sini. Pharmaceutical is related to drugs, oral consumption punya supplement and everything. So mainly microbiologists did a job, dia punya responsibility adalah untuk check whether all the product could be released to the consumer or not. Okay. And then, okay, this is what the microbiologists do. Sebenarnya, dia punya responsible for microbiologists is really banyak sangat. So this some few beberapa yang microbiologists do lah. So the first one is undertake laboratory analysis. So as a microbiologist, we do the analysis and also the testing in the lab, and planning and carrying out trial and testing. So everything test yang the lab could offer to the customer, we do in the laboratory. And also we develop new test method, monitoring of microbial cultures, and as a microbiologist, we do writing a reports and also review a report. So once we have doing all the testing and also the analysis, we did collecting the data and also release the result to the customer. And also as a microbiologist, we manage the lab and ensuring the data is recorded accurately and according to the guidelines. So which means that the data that we collect, we must not fabricate lah the data. Kita kena record it accurately and kena tahu betul ke data yang kita record tu adalah sesuatu yang kebiasaan, having a pattern or not. Okay, so my experience in industrial microbiology, actually I'm not dah tak lama lah dalam industri ni, baru bertapak selama 2 tahun. 2 tahun since 2019 I do intern. Starting with intern dekat lab microbe, and then after that I continue until now as a microbiologist. So what I'm doing dekat my lab tu, I having ada beberapa area of microbe lah yang saya aspect. Yang pertamanya water, food dan juga medical device. Sebagai contoh, for instance in our lab, I'm doing the total plate count and also enumeration of E. coli, coliform dekat dalam drinking water. So this is some of the example what I'm doing. So for food pula, I'm doing the aerobic plate count and also enumeration of E. coli. So as we know, water and food ni is something that we familiar lah. In university, we did learn what is E. coli, how we enumerate E. coli in food, in water and everything. Tetapi when we come up to medical device, is something like macam sterility testing and the toxin testing. We didn't, as I know, I didn't study in UM. I tak study pun anything related to sterility testing or endotoxin testing. But once I enter the industry, I only get to know there is sesuatu macam ni wujud dekat dalam industri. So something that we study dekat dalam university is not bukan semua benda kita belajar. So once you dah enter the career path, you can see banyak lagi benda yang you boleh belajar dekat dalam industri. So ini contoh sahajalah, contoh is just example apa yang kita boleh. Yang ni I think dekat kita punya universiti ada belajar total plate count ni, something macam you just generally wanted to enumerate all microbe dekat dalam water. Kalau enumeration of E. coli is something you specific, you just wanted to enumerate E. coli and also coliform. So there is a technique lah macam mana dia orang ajar nak enumerate all of these microorganism. The same as the food juga, aerobic plate count is the same as a total plate count, but we wanted to check whether all the microbe ada dalam food ke tak macam tu. And also ni specific one is for E. coli. So dia tak limited to E. coli sajalah. We have any other bacteria. We have Escherichia, Staph aureus, we have Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So banyak sangat test method yang boleh kita study lah once we have entered the industry. So the medical device is sesuatu yang we can learn. We couldn't learn in university. So if you have let you see the sterility testing according to USP. USP is a guideline from US. So the testing, kita punya test method tu bukan berkaitan lah, dia macam guideline dia berdasarkan US punya protokol. So endotoxin testing pun, endotoxin testing is something, it's not about microbe but about the toxin that produced by the microbe. So kita dekat industry is not limited to microorganism only but also the byproduct of the microbe. Okay, so the next one is really simple. Dia punya expectation. Expectation, apa yang kita boleh expect sebagai macam mana kita nak masuk industri, apa yang kita perlu expect, what expectation should we have. So kita kena tahu dekat as a microbiologist is a routine work. Kalau in industry, it is a routine work, something yang kita buat hari-hari. Hari-hari you masuk lab, hari-hari you could test the product, hari-hari you kena tengok produk tu, test method tu macam mana semua. But routine, as we know, kalau routine ni dia punya drawback, it could be membosankan lah. It's a boring thing, but in the bright side you can say that routine is sesuatu yang boleh membuatkan skills you bertambah lagi baik. Dia punya skills, dia punya teknik, dia punya macam mana nak buat serial dilution, dia punya macam mana nak streaking semua tu. So when you having a routine work, you punya akan jadi hebat lah, you can be power macam tu. Kita akan minimize the mistake sebab we doing the same thing all the way kan. Cumanya it a bit boring, but that's okay. Benda tu boring tu satu subjective thing yang you boleh eliminate macam tu. Kemudiannya kita kena jadi independent. Independent in a word that it doesn't need to be supervised by other people when you wanted to do your lab work. So it's related to this routine work lah. Once you having, orang kata macam you dah terbiasa buat kerja tu, so you can be independent. You doesn't have to ask your superior or your boss or manager to keep on eye on you sebab you dah orang kata dah tahu dah macam mana nak buat sesuatu kerja tu. And next is expectation. You should have been attentive to the details. Attentive to the details which mean macam contoh. For instance, you wanted to grow Staph aureus. So Staph aureus, Staphylococcus aureus tu, you know that the colony color is yellow. So once you grow, tiba-tiba yang grow on the plates is color murky. So something is wrong lah kan dengan you punya culture. So you need to be attentive. Why? Kenapa dia jadi macam tu? Kenapa dia jadi slightly murky instead of yellow? So itulah kita punya tugas-tugas yang ada dekat as a microbiologist. So seterusnya teamwork. Teamwork ni is something yang kita dah memang develop since kita dah study, since kita dah ada grouping in lab. So teamwork ni sangat penting, is important sebabnya ia akan akan memudahkan kerja kita di dalam sesuatu lab, dalam sesebuah lab. Bila kita tak ada teamwork, it could be penat, tiring sebab you buat kerja semua seorang-seorang because you are doing all the thing from start until the end only by yourself. If you have a team, you could divide your work. You could divide which one should be preparing for the media, prepare for the report and doing the analysis. Actually, if you just having individual work, it could be really longer time to settle. So lambat kerja you nak selesai dan juga memenatkan. So we conclude that teamwork is really important. And next expectation is we still have a numerical and analytical skills. Numerical means here calculation. What we learn in university related to calculation is still here. Kita still ada juga. Apa yang membezakan adalah in university we just calculate tak nampak kan apa benda kita calculate. Kita tak tahu pun calculation macam mana. And only in exam je maybe ada. But in the real life in industry, we calculate the CFU tu for a reporting. We report for the customer or any other individual lah. Contohnya macam kalau CFU kan, CFU is colony found unit, you enumerate, tiba-tiba ada dalam 10 CFU, but you wanted to calculate the CFU per 100 mil. How you wanted to calculate that? Dia macam ada a few calculation yang you kena buat lah. So the calculation tak boleh salah. You kena bagi calculation yang betul. Kalau tak, you dah report result yang salah. Bila report result yang salah, it will affect kita punya customer. Contohnya dia kata dia hanya perlukan 10 CFU tapi yang kita calculate dapat 70. So maybe calculation kita ada tersilap ke kat mana-mana macam tu. So penting juga calculation yang kita dah belajar in university dan juga yang kita belajar dekat university. And then analytical skills ni, analytical skills is something yang macam the logic behind some of the event macam apa sebab jadi macam ni, the reason kenapa kena jadi macam ni. So as a microbiologist, you guys kena ada thinking yang macam Kenapa tak jadi yang seperti sepatutnya? Sebab kita handle with living things kan, macam microbe, macam bacteria, fungus, semua tu living things. So kita nak tahu kenapa dia tak tumbuh, kenapa dia tak grow, why the bacteria is not grow. So maybe kita ada silap dekat dia punya food, dia punya media ke tersilap. Macam tu. So bila kita, when we know which one kita tersilap, kita nak troubleshoot tu kan, kita tahu macam mana nak troubleshoot. Kalau tersilap media, maybe kita boleh change the media and everything. And the next one is a communication. Communication is also important because in working area, let's say you need to come in Saturday, so your colleague need to come on Sunday. So everything you have done in Saturday, you need to deliver the message to another person that come on Sunday. So if you didn't relay the messages, so the person couldn't having your info. So let's say on Saturday, step oris you dah colour murky, dah colour putih macam tu. So the next person tak tahu, kenapa dia colour murky, so dia ingat tu bukan step aureus, tu maybe bakteria lain macam tu. So communication tu penting lah, apa yang terjadi on hari yang bertugas, you kena relay to you punya colleague. So okay, expectation dah habis. Cumanya as a microbiology student, apa yang kita belajar dekat laboratory seperti serial dilution, streaking, preparing media, semua aseptic technique, benda-benda macam tu kita still using it in our laboratory. Kita still menggunakan semua-semua teknik yang kita belajar dekat dalam university, whether in diploma or also in degree. So kita still menggunakan cara-cara yang pentingnya apa yang you having right now, you belajar dekat university is a fundamental which means is a basic thing, but if you have fundamental yang sangat kukuh, strongest fundamental, when you coming to industry, you dah boleh bawa diri dah. You dah, orang kata macam dah boleh berdikari lah, sebab you dah ada basic punya skills. So just learn about test method, procedure, testing je lah. Because you punya fundamental dah kuat kan, so you doesn't have to buang masa untuk study benda-benda basic dah macam tu. So okay, so I open lah kot pada Q&A sebab yang ni sepatutnya orang kata general thing yang ada dekat industrial microbiology.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Widad. So I hope you all enjoyed this amazing presentation from her. So right now we will take a break for 5 minutes. Kita minum-minum air dulu, rehat-rehat, chill dulu, and then we will proceed with Q&A session after this, okay? So we will be right. Alright, welcome back everyone. Now let's move on to the Q&A session. So Ms. Widad will answer some questions that were sent to us through the chat box. So the first question is from Suraya Shaharuddin. Miss, can you share your experience when you was an intern? And where did you do your internship?
Okay, so the experience during the intern, actually I'm doing the internship in my current company in Sunnycam Resources. So when I'm doing the internship for 4 months, and then after that I'm doing the part time dekat Sunnycam tu juga, and kemudian I jadi microbiologist dekat Sunnycam. So experience tu, so it's the same as a job yang microbiologist doing. Macam contohnya macam preparing media, washing, cleaning dia punya glassware, buat testing. So semua benda yang microbiologist doing, I'm doing. Sebabnya the microbiologist akan ajar intern, akan ajar intern apa benda yang sepatutnya dia buat lah. So the tanggungjawab, the responsibility of the intern student as the same as the microbiologist. Cumanya kita tak release result lah. Kita tak ada, orang kata tak ada kuasa untuk sign result untuk release to the customer. Only microbiologist can do that. But the work, cara kerja dia sama je. Kalau microbiologist tu check sample, kita pun check sample and also doing the testing. Tapi for the first month, microbiologist akan monitor kita lah cara buat semua. Tapi the second, third and fourth month tu kita dah boleh berdikari sendiri. Kita dah tak perlukan orang kata dia orang punya supervise macam tu. Sebab kita dah tahu, dia routine work kan, so kita dah biasa dah buat benda-benda tu.
Okay, next question. Miss, if one product is contaminated, does all product need to throw away or is there any other solution?
Okay, contohnya in my lab lah. In my lab we have a sterility testing. Sterility testing ni is something yang you check for medical device tu whether dia bersih ke tak bersih, whether dia dah sterilize ke tak sterilize kan. So contohnya customer will send a batch lah, macam 10 batch. So one sample akan treat as a one sample. So contohnya satu sample tu contam, we need to know whether it's contam from our side, from laboratory ataupun analyst yang contamkan dia, ataupun dia memang tak sterile from the manufacturer pun. So if the sample is contaminated from us, kita akan raise investigation lah. Kenapa sample tu boleh contam. So kalau di contam, contoh sterility testing lah, kalau di contam we investigation ni kita buat starting with we enumerate dulu bakteria apa yang ada dekat sampel tu, and then we compare lah dengan kita punya lab, ada tak bakteria tu dekat kita punya lab. So does all product need to throw away? All product yang contaminated, lepas kita dah buat investigation, kita akan decontam. Decontam tu macam biasalah kita autoclave and then buang. Ada solution, macam tu je solution dia. Kita investigate and then dispose.
Macam biasalah dispose macam tu saja.
We just dispose macam tu.
Okay, next question. From Nur Akila Najwa. Hi Ms. Widad. Can you give us some advices on pursuing industrial microbiology?
Can you give us some advices on pursuing industrial microbiology? Okay. Industrial microbiology ni mungkin orang tak tahu sangat. Orang macam more to medical microbiology and also apa lagi? Agriculture, something macam tu.
Agriculture, yeah.
So industrial microbiology ni sebabnya is related to QA, QC, quality assurance, quality control, yang mana kita tak familiar pun, kita tak tahu pun during our studies we have that area yang boleh kita pursuing. So macam mana kita nak pursuing? Mungkin kita boleh search on internet or Google, cari what kind of job kan yang related to microbiology. Tapi just nak beritahu, industrial microbiology ni sangat-sangat luas lah. It's not limited to medical saja. Kita ada food microbiology, kita ada water microbiology, Tadi
Betul.
juga pharmaceutical. So kebanyakan ni company food macam kita tahu Nestle, kita tahu Yakult, tahu banyak lagi company makanan. So we still ada position microbiologist dalam lab merang. So banyak sangat. Kita pun banyak manufacturer yang produce food kan. Mana-mana company yang ada, contoh macam food, mana-mana company yang manufacturer yang ada food, memang diorang ada lab sendiri dan lab diorang pun memerlukan microbiologist. So you guys boleh ni lah, you can orang kata pergi tengok Google, website diorang macam mana, and then maybe boleh apply for internship dekat diorang punya laboratory.
Okay. Next, from Iman Fatiha. Hi, Ms. Widad. In your opinion, in industrial microbiology a good career in Malaysia?
I would say yes, microbiology is a good career in Malaysia sebab dia sangat, pertama sekali dia punya peluang pekerjaan sangat luas. So contohnya macam kita sebagai student microbiology, kita dah ada fundamental technique of the microbiology. So sangat senang kat kita untuk terus masuk dalam industri sebab ni kita dah ada teknik tu. So we doesn't have to belajar dari scratch. Kita dah belajar dekat university kan. So bila dah masuk dalam industrial tu, kita dah familiar. So whether it's a good career, it's a good career sebabnya bila kita ada masuk dalam science related punya industri ni, kita boleh learn more lah. It's not limited to microbiology. You can learn about the sterilization, you can learn about the policy-policy yang Malaysia ada. Contohnya macam water, drinking water kan, kita kena make sure dia ada berapa banyak limited, sepatutnya tak boleh ada E. coli, limited microbe dekat dalam drinking water tu macam mana. So kita dah belajar pasal polisi, kita dah belajar pasal macam-macam lah boleh belajar dekat dalam industri microbiology. It's not limited dekat microbe je, dia boleh bercabang dan bergabung dengan benda-benda lain juga.
Okay, lagipun microbiology ni pun bagi saya macam dia satu bidang yang baru jugalah dekat Malaysia ni kan.
Dia sebenarnya tak baru, dia ada tapi orang tak tahu.
Betul je.
Dia macam
masih kecil lagi dalam Malaysia ni.
Kecil lagi. Tapi sebabnya dia dah bukan dikaburi lah, dia like dah dia macam kita ada QA and QC, semua manufacturer semua kilang ada QA and QC kan. Tapi dia orang post dia QA and QC, not a microbiologist. Tapi dia adalah benda yang related to microbiology. Kiranya bila kita dah nak masuk in the industry, we not limited, kita punya searching for the vacant is only for microbiologists, bukan microbiologist title dia. You boleh cari QA, QC, is exact ke anything macam tu. Sebab kalau industri dia banyak sangat QA dan QC. Quality assurance dan juga quality control.
Alright, next question from Hazmi Arif. Miss, can you share with us why you choose to join industry instead of medical sector?
Okay, so the first thing dulu I intern dekat Sanicam tu sebabnya medical sector tu time tu ramai sangat orang nak pergi medical sector, tak ada orang pun nak explore. There is no macam tak ramai nak explore industri. So bila dah masuk intern tu, kita dah explore industri. Okay, industri ni luas sebenarnya, banyak sangat benda. So I macam cakap, why not macam duduk di dalam industri ni and belajar lagi banyak benda. Sebab medical sector is a routine work juga. And then tapi benda tu dah orang dah ramai explore. Tapi industri ni orang tak ramai explore lagi. So banyak sangat benda-benda baru yang kita boleh explore dalam industri microbiology. Sebab ni dia tak limited kepada, orang kata macam tadi saya cakap, it's not limited to microbiologist je. You boleh jadi validation executive tu is related to sterilization lah. Sterilization pun mana ada kita dengar degree in sterilization kan. Bila you dah masuk industri baru you tahu there is something post of validation executive. You baru tahu macam mana nak sterilize kan, using gas ke, using gamma, using heat. So banyak benda lagi yang you boleh belajar dekat industri. Medical sector pun you boleh belajar banyak benda juga. But if you really wanted to pursue a medical sector, that's okay juga. Dekat medical sector pun banyak benda to explore. Cumanya bagi saya, industri ni saya tak tahu sangat lagi. Saya tak tahu. Time saya student, saya tak tahu industri tu seluas sekarang yang saya tahu. So I would go for industry jugalah sekarang.
Okay, I see. Next question. I'm curious about the report writing. Miss Widad kena buat after testing for each samples ke? Or is it the common report that we wrote during our studies?
Okay. So common report yang kita buat dalam study tu sangat panjang kan, sangat banyak and panjang juga kan. Kita tak buat macam tu lah. Kita tak adalah buat macam hypothesis lah, aim, methodology, semua tak ada. Kita report ni reporting of result. Dia macam official report. Contohnya macam tadi, customer hantar one batch of sample, 10 sampel. So kita nak tengok, contohnya customer minta berapa banyak CFU of microbe ada dalam one sample tu. So we just report result tu je. Like contoh result A, CFU dia 23 CFU. So 23 CFU. So nanti sampel 2, sampel 3, sampel 4 semua tu berapa banyak CFU. Depending on customer nak apa, customer nak result macam mana. Bukan customer nak result macam maksudnya test method apa yang dia nak and then kita report berapa banyak result yang dia dapat based on test method tu. So tak adalah kita nak tulis semua methodology, tak ada. Kita nak tulis conclusion, tak ada. So as a orang kata microbiologist yang dekat private lab ni bergantung jugalah lab kita buat apa kan. Contoh macam lab kita hanya boleh bagi result je tanpa boleh memberikan keputusan. Contoh dia kata kita jumpa CFU tinggi sangat dalam dia punya sampel. So CFU tinggi sangat, kita boleh conclude apa kan? Kita tak boleh conclude anything. Diorang conclusion is based on the customer punya conclusion. So customer yang berhak untuk tentukan berapa banyak apa benda yang terjadi dekat dia punya sampel. We only reporting the result yang kita dah buat testing and then dapat result tu kita report dekat customer. Macam tu. So selalunya kita panggil certificate of analysis lah. Certificate of analysis ni selalu one page je, tak banyak pun. 1 atau 2 page je. Kita just letak brief condition lah of the sample and then kita beritahu incubation berapa hari, kita beritahu guna test method apa. Tapi it's not too details, yang kita report hanyalah data, result tu je. Macam tu. So tak adalah report writing macam yang kita belajar.
Panjang-panjang, betul.
Tak ada.
Okay, next question from Muhammad Amrun. Miss, from Diploma Microbiology, what kind of industry that really needed us? Could you list down the company name? And also, I'm the first batch that used the new cohort and got no on-job training. Thank you.
What's mean the new cohort and what got no on-job training? Maksudnya tak pergi intern?
Rasanya
First
batch. Dia kata dia first batch.
Okay, so what kind of industry that really need us? Semua industry really need you. Tak kisahlah you pergilah dekat semua water, food, lagi medical device, pharmaceutical, QA, QC, semua banyak je. Kiranya student intern diterima di mana-mana as long as ada kekosongan dekat industri tu. Contohnya list down the company name. Company name ni kebanyakannya macam kita private lab banyak sangat. So contoh kalau ada yang saya tahu, beberapa yang famous, kita ada Sunicam Resources, kemudian kita ada ALS Technicam, and then we have my CO2, kita ada ini lab-lab yang macam saya punya lab lah, yang testing for industry ni. And then kita ada kalau macam company yang macam besar sikit, we ada Nestle, kita ada Yakult, kalau medical device we have B Brown, kita ada Abbott, banyak sangat. Tapi kalau you nak cari, kita boleh cari kat Google tu, just cari medical device company ke, food microbiology company, water microbiology company, and then you check that whether dekat situ ada kekosongan. Tapi sometimes macam walaupun tak ada kekosongan untuk intern, we just send our resume and also CV, they could panggil kita ataupun dia boleh je rasa company need intern, so kita boleh pakai student ni punya resume.
I
So dia
see.
kata tapi yang tadi tu maksudnya tak pergi intern kan, that's okay juga. Maksudnya you tak pergi intern tak apa, tapi as long as you belajar fundamental teknik dekat lab university, so once you dah masuk dekat industri tak ada masalah pun. You still have a probation time. Probation time tu yang mana the microbiologist kat situ akan train you dalam masa 3 bulan, 4 bulan, 6 bulan macam tu untuk tengok sama ada you boleh pursue untuk bekerja dekat situ ke tak. So semua company ada probation. Probation tu tempoh untuk training lah. Training untuk tengok staff tu boleh bekerja ke tak. So tak adalah tiba-tiba terus masuk tak ada apa-apa training kan macam tu. So ada je training.
Okay, next question from Farah Adila. Miss, what is the most important technique that we must have before being called as graduate student in industrial microbiology?
Important technique Important technique, is it related to the laboratory technique? Kalau
I think so.
related to the laboratory technique tu semua yang you belajar lah. You belajar dekat microbiology punya lab tu penting dekat dekat industri. Maksudnya, contoh tadi saya cakap serial dilution, you punya pipetting skills you macam mana bila you pipette, you bubble, kita bubble semua tu, and then buat pouring, pour plate, streaking kalau kita tak biasa streak, nanti kita punya agar tu dia jadi macam rosak kan, tak jadi set, and then you can't enumerate any in single colony semua tu. So important technique tu adalah teknik yang you guys belajar in lab, in university lab. Itu penting, semua penting dekat bila you nak masuk industri. So kalau teknik soft skill yang kita penting juga adalah macam tadi lah, teamwork penting, communication penting, ada analytical dan also calculation, semua penting. Yang apa yang you belajar sekarang ni semua akan digunakan dekat dalam industri.
Okay, next. From Nornisa. Hi Miss, can you share your experience involving problems that occur during working or something that caused your employer get mad?
Okay, experience involving problem that occurred during working. Kalau problem that occurred related to the sample, related to the testing, kita akan ada investigation lah. Kita akan raise out of specification. Investigation tu yang mana kita akan berbincang, discuss kenapa jadi macam tu, kenapa terjadi macam ni. So benda tu tak, orang kata bukan sesi untuk memarahi, tapi sesi untuk berdiskusi, untuk berbincang kenapa benda-benda tu terjadi. When we have the kenapa tu terjadi, we would know how to troubleshoot the thing lah. When kita troubleshoot the thing, masalah dah selesai, and then contohnya is related to the customer. So kita akan inform customer kenapa jadi macam tu. So bukan sesuatu yang sebabnya yang saya experience dekat lab saya ni, tak ada yang bila kita buat salah kita kena marah teruk, tak ada. Sebab kita dah jadi adult, so semua orang just kena tahu kenapa problem tu terjadi, and kita just cari solution untuk solvekan perkara tu. Contoh tiba-tiba you dah pecahkan glassware dekat lab. So apa solution dia? Takkan kita nak sedih kan dah pecahkan glassware. Tak ada, solution je kita kemas glassware tu, buang, and then report kat mana-mana, and maybe nak ganti glassware tu beli baru tu maksudnya ganti dengan company punya ni lah, kita request untuk beli baru sebab kita punya glassware dah pecah. Or something that cause your employee to get mad. Setakat ni tak marah, mungkin sesuatu yang berbeza pendapat. So dekat sini kita boleh belajar untuk terima others opinion and compare with dengan kita punya opinion. Kenapa orang tu berfikir macam tu? Kenapa kita berfikir macam ni? Macam mana kita nak selaraskan pemikiran kita macam tu? So marah-marah semua ni is something yang orang kata subjektif juga. Kita boleh eliminate lah bila kita tahu kenapa benda tu terjadi. So bila kita dah jadi orang kata adult tu, kita jadi bertanggungjawab lah dengan kerja yang kita dah lakukan. Kita
Betul.
bila sesuatu terjadi tu pun kita rasa macam okay, kenapa benda ni terjadi lah.
Betul. Okay, next question. Dari Suraya lagi. Miss,
Okay.
could you share your experience in interview with Sanicam Resources Student Berhad? Is it one of my go-to companies for my internship? Is it fun or strict there?
So sebenarnya I think sekarang tengah ada intern juga from UiTM Shah Alam. Dia tengah intern in Microbiology lab juga lah. So interview dia fortunate for me sebab time tu I tak ada interview. I just send my resume and juga CV, and the HR manager kat situ just ask me. Sebab time tu there is no kekosongan pun, tak ada vacant. I just send my resume and also CV. I cakap boleh ke nak intern dekat Sanicam kan? So dia kata tak apa, dia orang fikirkan dulu, and then after a few weeks macam tu dia orang call, kata I boleh intern kat situ. Tapi maybe dia orang prioritisekan orang yang duduk dekat dengan Negeri Sembilan lah. So dia orang tak nak susahkan student untuk sewa rumah, sewa place yang dekat, ada kenderaan lagi, minyak semua kan. So I think kalau Sanicam ni dia wanted someone yang macam stay near to the place lah, in Negeri Sembilan juga. Tapi I don't know about other company, maybe dia orang punya requirement lain juga dengan Sanicam. So fine or strict? Dia seronok lah sini. Quite seronok juga sebab colleague kita kebanyakannya tak terlampau tua, tak terlampau muda juga. So macam just nice untuk kita punya generasi lah untuk tapi that's okay juga kalau you guys pergi intern dekat company yang ada staff yang lagi dewasa kan, ada lagi yang lagi kita boleh take on the bright side, mereka lebih banyak pengalaman, mereka lebih tahu, mungkin dia dah stay dalam industri dalam 10 tahun. 10 tahun tu banyak sangat benda dia orang dah tahu, dia orang boleh ajar kepada kita. So once you dah masuk internship, apa benda yang you kena set dekat mind tu, you just need to learn something yang tak ada dalam buku, tak ada dalam lab, tak ada dalam universiti. Maybe 10 tahun experience tu dia orang dah boleh sharekan dekat kita macam mana, apa yang berlaku dalam industri. So intern tu kita orang kata kalau orang tu nak ajar apa-apa pun kita belajar je. Baguslah.
Kita terima
je.
Betul. Okay, next question. Dari Faizurinisha. Miss, has there been any incident of contamination happen in the food testing? If yes, could you share what are the solutions taken to overcome it?
Incident of contamination. Setakat ni contamination apa yang kita test dekat dalam kita punya lab, kita adalah third party lab. So contoh macam Gardenia hantar sampel roti kat kita. So contamination, maksudnya contamination dari kita atau dari dia kan. Tapi before dia dah buat process of sterilization tu, HACCP ke semua tu, dia orang hantar kita untuk test the food. So apa yang kita buat, kita testing. So tiba-tiba kita tengok ni bukan bakteria yang sepatutnya ada dekat roti kan, dia mungkin dia ada dekat skin macam tu, tapi kita tahu microbe ni macam sangat-sangat ubiquitous kan, kat mana-mana je ada. So kita pun tak sure from Gardenia tu ataupun dari lab kita yang menyebabkan contamination. Seperti saya cakapkan tadi, still will raise investigation. Nak tahu sama ada contamination is from our side ataupun customer punya side. macam tu. Tapi setakat ni tak ada incident of contamination happen lah dekat dalam food testing. Tapi kalau contamination pun maybe ada testing. Tapi apa yang berlaku, kita akan raise investigation. And bila dah ada investigation, baru kita boleh release results mengatakan sama ada kita yang contaminkan the sample ataupun sample tu dah tersedia contamin.
Okay, next question. From Hazmi Arif, Miss, I'm interested to join food industries such as Yakult, Nestle, and others. So, is there any demand for student microbes to join food industry since that we also have food tech students?
Boleh je. You can join Yakult, Nestle and other food company sebab dia memang ada demand. As I said just now, food tech student maybe they're doing the food tech punya job. Tapi as a microbe student, you as in a lab, in other lab, mana-mana lab pun there ada lab sendiri kan. So dia ada position of microbiologist punya position yang mana microbe student je yang akan handle, bukan microbe student lah, maksudnya microbiology people, microbiology individual yang akan handle bacteria, fungus, macam mana dia punya growth curve, macam mana dia hidup, dia media apa yang dia perlukan. So ada je peluang kat situ, peluang yang mana kita je yang lebih tahu berkenaan dengan microorganism. Kita je lebih tahu berkenaan dengan bakteria, fungus. Yang itulah yang ada dalam food industry kan. Food tech student tak apa, diorang ada diorang punya position juga. Diorang ada something yang diorang belajar dan juga diperlukan dalam industri. Tapi microbiology student juga ada sesuatu yang kita dah belajar dan kita pun diperlukan dalam industri. So maksudnya walaupun ada dua benda yang seakan-akan similar, tapi ada je peluang untuk microbiology student untuk berada dalam industri.
Okay. Next. Okay, from Nur Nisa. Miss, can you share the question that will be asked by employee during your interview sessions?
Question could be asked mungkin the basic thing just about yourself lah kan, you duduk mana semua. Tapi kalau it's related to the laboratory, maybe dia boleh ask kat you basic calculation of CFU. Mungkin dia orang boleh tanya kat kita, what does it mean of CFU coliform unit kan. And then maybe dia orang akan tanya kat kita teknik kita, apa yang kita dah belajar in university that could help in their lab. Adakah teknik and skills yang kita dah belajar dalam lab akan digunakan dalam yang kita dah belajar dekat university akan digunakan in company punya lab. Macam tu. So kalau you dah minta position for microbiologist, itu baguslah kan sebab we did learn about the fundamental technique, skills juga dekat university, and then maybe sesuatu yang mungkin easy je untuk you jawab during interview sebab you dah tahu benda tu.
Like a basic questions lah, kena tahu lah.
Basic question juga.
Okay, next. From Miss opinion, does internship experience really help in working life?
Yes, it's really help in working life sebab because once you join for internship kan, you dah expose dengan industri punya working life. Working life tu maksudnya kita di-treat as a staff jugalah, as a intern student pun. Bila kita dah masuk satu company tu, kita bukan student, so-called student dah, kita bekerja untuk diorang juga. Kita dah memang sama level dengan staff-staff yang ada dekat company tu. So, in working life, contohnya kalau you dah terbiasa bekerja, bila you dah bekerja, dah habis intern and you wanted to kerja dekat lab, ataupun dekat company lain, you dah ada idea dah macam mana you nak bekerja, macam mana you nak handle dengan superior, macam mana you dah dengar cakap you punya manager, macam tu. So you dah ada pengalaman tu lah. Kalau dekat university yang kita tahu, kita just ada lecturer yang kita kena lakukan dia punya assignment, dia punya task. Tapi in working life, you kena keep pace dengan you punya kerja. Kalau contoh customer kata, okay saya nak result ni within 2 days. So test method pun kena ada within 2 days. So kerja pun kena buat dalam masa 2 hari macam tu. Tapi dia senang je sebab bila you dah buat rutin kan, you dah terbiasa. So bukan sesuatu yang susah pun bila you dah masuk dalam alam pekerjaan. Dia senang saja semua.
I see. Okay. Next question. From Muhammad Amrul again. Miss, also in industry such as COVID, which is pharmaceutical company which supply medicine. What job scope or jawatan that can be filled as assistant microbe?
What job scope or jawatan can be filled as assistant microbe? So I know this one company, Hobbit, if I'm not mistaken, dia dekat Ipoh. Dekat Ipoh dia memang syarikat company yang keluarkan ubat. So job scope dia dekat situ mungkin berkaitan dengan QA and QC and also pharmaceutical. QA QC adalah quality assurance and also quality control. Quality assurance tu sesuatu yang you kena perlu assure yang you punya produk tu is safe to be used or not. Kalau quality control pula, you just need to make sure you punya process of product tu fulfill dengan you punya requirement. So job scope jawatan saya tak sure jawatan apa yang diorang offer, tapi kita boleh je search dekat dia punya company jawatan apa yang diorang ada and maybe related to us, kita boleh apply lah. Assistant microbe maksudnya saya tak kurang faham assistant microbe macam mana, tapi job scope tu industri apa yang berkaitan dengan COVID tu I think mostly QA dan QC lah. Dia just nak tahu produk tu boleh release to the consumer or not. Jawatan yang boleh di-fillkan tu mungkin ada QA and QC executive or ada microbiologist atau mungkin juga ada validation some executive. Banyak juga jawatan-jawatan yang boleh di-offer dekat Hobbit ni. Kita just boleh search je. Tapi this related juga kepada kita sebab mungkin dia akan testing for presence of the microbe juga dekat dalam diorang punya ubat tu.
Okay. So, Miss, I want to ask you, are you okay to continue or you want to take a break for a while?
I don't mind. Don't mind.
Okay. We take a break for a while, around 2 minutes, okay?
Alright.
Okay, we continue for the next question. From Nur
Okay.
Akila Najwa from ni dah. Ni
Uh-uh.
dah.
We
So
already
next.
answered that tadi.
Mm, right. From Nur Atira Nabila. Miss, what does a company see in hiring a microbiologist? Can can biomolecular science graduate students
Okay.
apply as microbiologists? Sorry about that.
What does a company see in hiring microbiologists? So, I think in Sanicam Resources, we did wanted to know, walaupun someone dia ada background bukan microbiology je, dia biomolecular science, dia boleh juga apply for microbiologist dekat this company. Sebabnya we wanted someone yang macam ada background in biology. Tapi if you having a microbiology punya skills, itu lagi bagus lah. That's really bagus sebab kita memang ada microbiology lab. So memang kita handle in bacteria, fungus. So if you having the basic skills tu, you ada skills microbiology tu, so lagi bagus untuk you apply macam tu. What does a company see in hiring a microbiologist? As long as I know, as long kalau you dah ada, memang dah ada basic microbiologist and you ada good attitude during interview, insyaAllah lah dia akan hire you. Ataupun you dah memang dah, contoh you dah intern kat mana-mana tempat and then diorang dah familiar dengan you punya kerja, tengok you kerja okay, bagus semua tu, ada kemungkinan juga diorang akan serap dalam company terus kalau ada kekosongan.
Alright, next. Miss, is it possible for us to work in medical sector for like 5 years and then change our career path to industry afterwards?
Boleh. I ada friend, ada kawan yang dia dah kerja dalam tak sampai 5 tahun lah. Dia kerja 3 tahun dalam medical sector. Tapi dia kemudian ni pergi dekat food microbiology. Tapi dia punya drawback tu you start from bawah sikit lah. Dari contohnya you dah 3 tahun dekat medical lab kan. Mungkin you dah expert dekat situ 3 tahun. Tapi dekat food microbiology lab you tak tahu apa-apa lagi. You tahu sikit je, tahu skills. Tapi basic skills you dah ada. So tak apa je, boleh je lompat macam tu. Cumanya maybe orang kata advanced skills of the food microbiology tu you kena belajar lagi dekat lab baru tu. So okay je, boleh je you nak tukar-tukar, orang kata macam nak ambil banyak lagi kan experience kan. So you can be versatile. You power dalam medical, food, water. So you dia tahu semua benda. So boleh je macam tu. Cumanya itulah you kena start dari basic balik lah. Cuma basic and then you mungkin you boleh laju sebab you dah familiar dengan kerja kan dengan working life. So I rasa boleh je you nak pergi change career path.
Okay, next question. Okay, from Muhammad Alif, Miss, as microbiologists, can we intern in government sectors? First, what field and how to apply in government sector before or after graduate?
Okay, as a microbiologist, can we intern in government sector? Boleh, we can intern in government sector. I think you just need to apply to their lab and apply for internship. Boleh. Lepas tu, what field and how to apply in government sector? What field bergantung dengan field yang you nak. Boleh pergi medical, boleh pergi contoh Jabatan Kimia Malaysia, tahu Jabatan Kimia Malaysia kita ada satu laboratory, microbiology laboratory. So kita boleh apply dekat situ juga. So contoh macam Majlis Pembadaran juga, diorang ada lab yang check for food microbiology. So kita just need to find and apply directly to them. Before or after graduate? Kalau internship before graduate lah you apply. Tapi just pergi je dekat dia orang punya lab, dia punya laboratory, website or anything, and then send in your resume and also CV. So kalau ada kekosongan, dia orang boleh minta you join diorang.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Next. From Farah Shafika, what is the criteria that made you choose this company instead of others?
So firstly sebabnya time during intern tu uh, I choose this company sebabnya ada senior yang pada intern kat sini. So diorang ada cakap macam the working environment, working place macam okay. Macam tak, orang kata bukan tak meminatkan. Rasanya macam tak pressure kita lah. Kita macam selesa bekerja dekat company ni. So dengan orang lain punya review, saya apply this company. So one thing kita nak apply dengan company ni, kita kena tahu diorang punya company tu macam mana dulu. Adakah company tu bila you baca review, you rasa okay, I nak kerja kat sini. So bila you nak kerja kat sini, you just hantar you punya resume dengan CV lah. Tapi kalau you baca, you tengok review, you kata oh tak boleh lah kerja kat sini, tengok macam kerja dia berat lah. So that's okay juga, you boleh cari ada company untuk apply. So pentingnya mungkin baca review ataupun tanya-tanya orang dulu company tu macam mana. Tak adalah kita macam tak tahu langsung kan background of that company. Just ambil beberapa masa untuk orang kata buat research sikit lah pasal company yang you nak kerja.
Okay. Next question. Okay, Miss, can you share about your preparation before applying for internship in Sanicam?
So apa yang I prepare, I just buat research lah company tu kat mana, company tu buat testing apa. Macam I cakap tadi, I baru tahu the company buat testing on medical device. Padahal medical device I tak pernah tahu pun dekat universiti ada medical device punya field macam tu. I just tahu ada microbiology, ada water, food dengan medical, agriculture macam tu. Punya ada banyak lagi. That's why penting ni kita buat research dulu before kita applying for a company to get a job. So buat research, preparation dia buat research and prepare mentally and expectation kot. Expectation yang macam tadi, expectation dekat lab tu apa yang you kena buat. You dah expect dah lab tu perlu buat apa. You dah preparekan diri you kena ada teamwork, kena kerja lebih masa ke, kena kerja awal ke, kena kerja shift ke. You kena tahu semua benda-benda tu. Tak adalah kita masuk-masuk itu terus macam terkejut kan, macam oh kena kerja shift ke, kena kerja hari Sabtu ke, hari Ahad ke macam tu. So bila you baca review and you dah pergi company tengok, pergi dia punya website ke apa semua, tengok okay, dia sebenarnya kerja Isnin sampai Jumaat je. Okay. So you okay tak Isnin sampai Jumaat je kerja macam tu. So kalau dia kata oh hari Sabtu kena datang juga. So you tanya diri you boleh bekerja hari Sabtu atau Ahad ke on weekend. Tapi macam tu lah. You just tahu apa benda yang company tu offer for you.
Okay, next. Okay, from Nurul Suhada, what about working hour? Is the same as when working under government or
different? As in Sanicam, I think sama dengan government. Kita working hour kita start pukul 8.30 pagi sampai 5.30 petang. So kalau cuma working culture kat sini yang bagus ni kita tak ada yang stay back sampai pukul 8 malam, 10 malam, tak ada. Kita okay je balik before maghrib dia pukul 5.30, 5.45, 5.46 tu dah balik okay je. Orang takkan judge you lah macam tu. Tapi I tak sure company lain macam mana. Company lain ada yang kerja shift, ada yang kerja Sabtu Ahad juga. Ada yang kerja 7 pagi sampai 4 petang. Ada different company, different working hours lah. Cumanya as a intern student, rasanya kita memang akan kerja working hours yang 8.30 sampai 5.30 petang tu. Kiranya kalau you kerja lebih masa buat OT semua tu, dia dah macam violate you punya ni lah. Student tak boleh buat macam tu. Maksudnya employer tak boleh nak suruh you kerja lebih masa sebab you hanyalah intern student. Bukan diorang punya staff yang diorang boleh minta you kerja lebih masa ataupun datang on weekend kan.
Betul. Okay. Since we doesn't have any question right now, I think it's our end for Q&A session. All right. Thank you again, Ms. Widad,
Mm,
for answering all the questions and for a great presentation. Okay.
okay.
So it was a pleasure with you to have you with us today. I hope that all participants get all the inputs that had explained by Ms. Widad. Now I would like to ask Ms. Widad, can we take photo together as a memory?
Okay, boleh.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. Okay, freestyle. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you
again, Miss
juga.
Widad.
Is it
Okay.
Apmika or how to pronounce it?
It's Amika.
Amika. So thank you for
Okay.
Amika for inviting me untuk beritahu apa yang berlaku dekat, bukan berlaku lah, maybe share a brief thing about industry. Okay, kita semua tak tahu, I pun dulu tak tahu industri sebenarnya sangat-sangat luas. So sekarang I dah tahu dan juga beri orang kata peluang lah juga brief idea macam mana industri ni
Mhm.
adalah sebenarnya.
Betul,
Okay.
betul. Okay, thank you,
Mm-mm.
Miss Widad. I hope we
Thank
can use it
you.
today, inshallah. Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Attention to all participants. I would like to remind you again to claim your e-certificate by filling out the attendee form. It can be obtained by scanning the QR code here or using the link that is given by our committees in the chat box. Thank you so much, all of you, for making time in your busy schedules to join us this morning. See you guys next week on Saturday, 23rd October, for our next session at the same time and same medium, which will focus on microbiology careers in the agriculture sector. Thank you once again and have a nice day. Bye.